Hello and welcome to Sage's Tabletop Table Talks. This here is a tabletop over here, and I'm going to talk to you. Technically, we are going to talk to you about tabletop role-playing games. Um,
I'm
so
tickling a cat nose so she doesn't get into trouble. She's gonna get into trouble.
yeah, that's what cats do. Anyway, today's episode we are going to talk about some design ideas when you're building a fantasy role-playing game. Um, all fantasy role-playing games seem to have the same 6 standard fantasy races, which is human, elf, dwarf, gnome, halfling, and whatever random animal people they particularly tend to. Usually cat girls, let's be honest. A lot of cat girls.
Apart from the animal people, I call that the Tolkien package.
Mm-hmm.
You want to play Lord of the Rings. That's...
Yeah. But I think there are some animal people that I think from mythology could be used. Like, one of the ones I would like to see games use more of are Tengu, which I know are technically crow people, but...
It's like a 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons utilized minotaurs.
Yeah.
And that was interesting.
I think 5th edition eventually put minotaurs in the game. But I like the whole Tengu thing where their bird features slowly get replaced by that weird nose thing.
Yeah.
Like the nose mask.
The greater Tengu are just like a dude with a really big nose.
Yeah.
It got, for some reason, I guess demons want to be human. It's weird.
It makes mingling and corrupting the souls of mortals easier if you look like a normal person. Speaking of demons, tieflings are lame.
I bet.
I don't like tieflings.
I bet it's like the sort of thing that they kind of were interesting, but they've been hijacked by not interesting people, and now they're not interesting.
Oh man, I used to know what the technical term for a half demon was, because tiefling's a D&D invention. But there's a technical term for a half demon. I cannot remember what it is. It's Nephilim or half angels, the giant people who are half angels.
Nephilim.
And I do not remember the technical term.
I mean, unless it's the Diablo universe, then Nephilim are half angel, half demon.
Oh, I think the term Nephilim are giants who are half angel, half humans. Like,
yeah,
from
biblical.
Yes. Although, why can't you? That's the other thing is when you have the half species, like half orc, why can't you have something that's half orc, half elf? Like an orc-elf, or...
It's like, why is human the genetic gateway?
The answer is uncreative writers.
Well, you could actually write a reason why humans are the genetic gateway, but... yeah, they don't.
No.
Because lazy writers, like you said.
So I was discussing kind of game design with you a long, long time ago, like asking for some weird... species to introduce into a game, and you mentioned creating like a reverent, and I don't think they would make a good species in D&D, but I think you could make a really cool background. Are you familiar with the 2024 rules, the background rules now?
A little bit, yeah.
So I think they'd make a cool background where, so you have your base race, where you say elf. So you're an elf, but you're a reverent elf, so instead of being a farmer or an alkalite, you slap that on, you change your type from whatever your original type was to undead. You get your stat boost. I would probably do Constitution, Wisdom, maybe Intelligence, because they all have 3 stats that you can choose to boost with their background.
Constitution feels weird for a revenant because undead. Constitution.
Yeah, but I think it works because, like, as an undead, you'd kind of be hardier, I would think, than a normal person.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be workshop, but...
Right.
One of the ideas I had for their undead trait would be healing affects them half. But every time they use a hit die to recover hit points, they get double hit points back from their hit die. So basically they... aren't as good if they're in battle. Their healing isn't quite as good, but they like basically super recover on a short rest. But yeah, I think something like that would work as a background in fifth edition. And for games that are structured more traditionally like older editions of like second and third, and we're at this weird spot in gaming history now where there's like this OSR for third edition, like this weird old school renaissance for people who want to see third edition back.
I don't know.
Because it's been 25 years since the release of third edition.
God, I'm a walking fossil.
Yeah, right. But I think that would, yeah. So those are some of the ones I had. Do you have any?
Oh, you just wanted to spitball a bunch
Yeah,
of
just
weird races?
Yeah. Or any particular ones you would get rid of if you could just get rid of it. Other than tieflings, I don't like tieflings.
I don't know how to put the idea together, but something that came to me is like a memory, a living memory.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we're not. I think the idea here is we're not trying to fully design like how to make one in fifth edition or whatever system.
We're just throwing concepts.
Just kind of ideas around of like some things.
Just concepts, huh?
For people who are out there kind of doing game design work or who are doing like fan work for whatever system.
Like a living memory.
Like Titus from Final Fantasy X.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I can't say I've actually played Final Fantasy X. I know a lot about it.
Titus is like this collective memory from the runes of Xanarkand.
Huh.
And it's something weird like that, but
is that as an idea? Is people who've been through the like Hindu style reincarnation cycle so many times they don't even really know what they are.
What's funny is because Pathfinder second edition has like 700 races. A lot of these are actually ones, but one of the ones I think would be kind of interesting would be a either dimensionally or temporally displaced human, like a human from either a different time or a different reality who's been displaced into who's been basically isekai'd, I guess, into whatever fantasy world. So once again, it would be hard to do some of the stuff, but it would be kind of interesting for them to be like difficulty with magic, but resistant to magic because they're not from a world with the weave, as D&D 5th edition calls it. That's what they call like their little magic shit is the weave.
It's like, I'm not opposed to players being elementals.
I think creating races of half elementals would be kind of interesting. We have in 2024 the Goliath, who are half giants, and they're close because you have like the Cloud Giant, Frost Giant, Fire Giant, Storm Giant. But I think creating a race of half elementals would be cool. So Gemini has which is my game that I'm in development of, and at one point I'm going to do a series of videos where I'm kind of walking through some of the design thoughts, but I have one of the major races you play as are the least in the hierarchy of elemental spirits. They are the bottom. They are effectively corporeal elemental spirits. I call them the Kaith. And yeah, that's what they are. Is you basically play a very, 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 very minor rock or tree or river spirit. So yeah, I've kind of like elementals, but like I said, there are creatures from because I was just kind of looking some stuff up. Creatures from mythology that are kind of cool, like from where is it? It's one of the land-bound Asian countries. They have a race of people who are like lightning people, so they're almost like lightning elementals.
Neat.
Of course, you can always do tree people, and I said it's so weird just because so many of these are actually things in Pathfinder 2nd edition. They have like 150 different races. I don't know how I feel about making things like orcs and goblins. Because on the one hand, it is weird to just have intelligent creatures who are all evil. But on the other hand, I feel like these games just need bad guys to mow through.
I feel like turning them into races takes them away from the monster selection. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what happened when we turned goblins into a playable race? We had to replace them with kobolds.
Yeah.
For every, like, pretty much any situation you were going to use a goblin, now it's a kobold. And now people think, oh, kobolds are, little guys are just adorable. Now I want to play as them. And the problem persists.
Yeah, it's weird because, like, if you're playing a complex game, the idea of, like, making orcs morally gray is an interesting one. Like, the idea that the fact that orcs are evil raiders who are like that because they at one point were a peaceful civilization that human, elf, and dwarves pressed in on in their expansion and forced them into this place of which almost is similar to what Tolkien did with his orcs, where the orcs sided with Sauron heavily because they were outcast from the noble races.
I've always played them like Klingons. The orcs are proud warrior race. You're usually gonna be on their bad side just because of the nature of things, but you can give peaceful things with them. And in later generations of Star Trek, they did because they came to understand Klingons a bit better.
But at the same time, I think that there's a place in gaming for non-morally complex stories, and I'm sorry, but fighting nothing but zombies is boring.
It's like, what's really the difference between fighting evil orcs and fighting evil human dudes?
Yeah.
People can be evil regardless.
Yeah, and that's what I said, like, there's a... Obviously, if you're playing a morally complex game, you would want orcs to not be universally evil monsters. But at the same time, there, like I said, there's a place for non-morally gray games. And the argument I've seen is, well, you can replace orcs with undead. I'm like,
yeah, you can replace them with anything.
But fighting zombies gets boring. Like, what about demons? I'm like, I'm sorry, but level 1 characters shouldn't be fighting demons. That kind of,
unless they're like really pissing, like imps and crap.
Yeah, but that very defangs demons.
Yeah.
If, like, level 1 characters are cutting through hordes of fucking imps. I don't know. It's weird. I am of two minds about things like orcs and goblins and things like that as playable races.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, at any table, any DM can do whatever he wants. Be like, oh yeah, no, you can play an orc. You Die Hard. You have Die Hard, and there you go.
I'm of the Dritz Durden camp. They're exceptions.
Yeah.
You can play your good goblin, but understand that all of your other goblins around you are gonna be assholes.
I hate. Oh no, that there's a even more than tieflings. I hate drow elves. If I could remove any drow elves and kinder,
basically because of what people did to them.
I just fucking hate drow elves. Just okay, there's this race of evil elves with dark skin that are all evil. That's right, the dark-skinned elves are all evil, and the light-skinned elves are all good. And it's like,
yeah, that does.
This is a problem.
Does seem uncomfortable, yes. And the goddamn Kinder.
And the goddamn
by
Kinder.
nature are problematic characters.
That would be like creating an entire race of rapists that are playable characters.
Kinders are the definition of the excuse. That's what my character would do.
Ugh. Every meme you've seen about rogues, which most of them are untrue, because you and I know we've both played a game with plenty of fucking rogues who weren't kleptomaniacs.
We're gonna steal everything.
But that is like Kenders. Like, Kenders don't believe in personal property. They don't understand that. If you put it down, they obviously thought you meant for them to pick it up. Like,
then by very nature, they are too stupid to live.
Yeah. I fucking hate Kinder. So yeah, I'll tell you if I will keep the tieflings if I never see a drow elf or a Kinder again. Because I think tieflings. I don't think tieflings. Tieflings should be. Tieflings and SMR should be exceptionally rare in these universes. Like I feel like being half demon or half angel should be something like exceptionally special.
Instead of like every 2 pages of artwork in the
Yeah.
in the D&D recent D&D books.
Yeah. You know what we should be allowed to play? Yetis.
Yes.
I think we should make Yeti a core class.
Have a Yeti and open up an Italian restaurant and it's Yeti spaghetti.
I like that. Yeti spaghetti. That's it.
We'll
we're gonna have to start an online campaign and have one of the characters be a Yeti who runs a spaghetti shop.
Yeah, why not? Yeti spaghetti.
Oh, that's an actual Yeti. Well, yeah. Why'd you think we? I thought that was a weird. No, he's a chef.
He owns the place.
Yeah.
What did he say? Oh, he said, la 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 la.
I don't know what he said.
He says actual words. Yeah, he does, just not right now. It's like it's kind of good for the public image. Everyone's kind of expecting him to do like growls and stuff. So in public, that's what he does.
Yep.
He's actually really well spoken.
It's all part of the gimmick, you know. People come in for the whole Yeti experience.
It's like back in the back. He's like, guys, we're gonna fix up these orders. We gotta.
I need you to run to the store. We're running low on paprika, okay?
Yeah.
Paul has like a pair of like 5 going over the. See, okay, well, oh man, we're gonna have to find a way to cut some costs because we're in the red for these last 2 months. There you go, Yetis, super intelligent Yeti, chef Yetis.
Love it.
Also, bring Warforged back.
I mean, I'm not sure they really left, but yeah.
I haven't seen Warforged in the latest editions. They haven't really done anything with Eberron in the latest editions of D&D. It's
That's
all
true.
fucking Faerun shit. Like, the most boring fucking,
They have returned to Greyhawk, but at the same time...
Yeah.
That's sort of a step back in a way, because we're leaning into nostalgia instead of bringing newer stuff back.
I mean, yeah, come on, D&D. Show some balls and give us back, Planescape, and give us back Eberron.
They have done Planescape.
Oh, are they good?
I have seen recent artwork of the Lady of Pain.
Okay, well, at least that then.
Yeah, so they have done that.
And,
but yes, Eberron would be nice.
I love Eberron's little spellpunk universe. And then we got Warforged back. I love Warforged.
There are some really neat things they could bring back. They don't have the balls for Dark Sun.
No, they don't have the balls for Dark Sun. We'll never see Dark Sun.
Spelljammer, they're bringing back.
Oh, nice. But I don't know. That's all I really have. I don't know if you got anything.
Yeah, so basically we're just like, let's think outside of J.R.R. Tolkien.
It's so weird because
I don't want to throw those races away.
No, I don't either. I don't think we should get rid of any of them. I'm not saying get rid of any of the 5, main, from. I just would like to see some more core stuff. Because it's all just that or a handful of animal people, like dragon people, cat people, and I actually like Kinku. I like Kinku a lot. The little bird people who actually can't formulate words of their own. They can only repeat words they've heard. Others speak. He never got a chance to play it, but I know our friend Devin wanted to play a Kenku wizard who became a wizard because all it did was repeat the exact words of power it had heard another wizard speak. So it basically was just repeating magic words that I had heard other wizards speak, and that's how it casts spells.
Yeah. Funny.
But yeah, I like Kenku. Yeah, not get rid of him. Just let's see something core that isn't animal people, demon people, angel people. I mean, I guess it's not too bad because we do have like I said, we have the Goliaths and Goliaths are kind of cool.
I wanted to play a plasmoid recently.
Hell yeah,
Ooze people.
Ooze people. Fuck yeah, that's actually a cool idea. Ooze people.
I like the idea of a plasmoid barbarian.
Yeah.
For some reason.
But it's so funny that we've kind of settled into the J.R.R. Tolkien races in Dungeons and Dragons, and all these games spawning off of it because Gary Gygax actually hated Lord of the Rings. That's why in older editions of D&D, like there were so many limits on demi-humans because
they used the term demi-human.
Yeah, he kind of wanted to discourage because he was heavily inspired by Conan the Barbarian and The Dying Earth. And there weren't elves and dwarves in either of those. I mean, I think there were some in Conan, but they were nowhere near main anything in Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Conan the Barbarian is basically just people and lizard people.
Oh Lord, were they lizard people?
I think they were technically snake, right?
I think.
Because, like, didn't they worship the snake god?
Yeah, something like that.
Man,
At least in the animated series was hurt by moon metal or something like that.
Yeah. I think in the comics he had a... He didn't send them back to their dimension. He fucking murdered them in the comics. But,
right.
One day we'll review Conan the Adventurer here on this channel.
Why not?
Because I love Conan the Adventurer. That was a... We've gone off... Yeah, that's what we do. Anyway, yep, so I don't really have anything else.
I've got nothing else.
So guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye.